We've heard some crazy stories from YouTubers about how much money they made in a day, but this guy literally earned $1 million in a single 24-hour period. This is the story of a guy who had never made over $50 in a day and how he got rich off YouTube overnight. And it's one of the most inspiring success stories that I've ever come across. His name is Benjamin. He grew up in Utah, USA, and he had a decent childhood. His dad was a police officer and his mom worked in marketing. They didn't have any issues financially. So Ben always thought that he would end up having a regular job like his parents. But when he was 16 years old, everything changed. He fell in love with a girl at school. Her name was Sarah, and she was in the same class as him. But there was one problem. She was extremely popular while he was very introverted and shy. In fact, he was so shy that he hardly spoke to anyone at school, so obviously, when he found out that she liked him back, he couldn't believe it, and he started talking to her every day. But as time passed by, he realized that Sarah was not the kind of person that he thought she was actually really toxic and manipulative. But he was so blinded by her beauty that he didn't realize it until he had already lost a lot of weight because she told him that she preferred skinny guys. Then she dumped him without any warning or explanation. This broke Ben's heart. He was sad for months. And to make things worse, school had become extremely boring after Sarah left. So he started skipping classes more often. His grades went down the drain. He began hanging out with bad kids who also failed most of their classes. And soon enough, he was barely passing anything. What's the point of studying? You just have to go to college anyway, said one of his friends. And all the other kids agreed. But Ben's parents did not agree. They were strict and they told him that if he didn't improve his grades, they would take away his console and his computer. And that's exactly what happened. Ben came home with another bad report card and his parents took away his PlayStation and his laptop. And although he wasn't using his laptop for anything productive, it was his only way to entertain himself. It was his escape from reality. So he begged his parents to give it back, but they refused. Then Ben had an idea. He was pretty good at video games and he had been playing since he was a child. So he decided to start a YouTube channel. He asked his mom for her old camcorder and he set up a camera in his room. He named his channel Level Up. He posted videos of himself playing PS3 games and people actually started watching them. At first, he could only get 50 views per video, then 100, then 500. And his subscribers slowly started increasing as well. But this wasn't enough for Ben. He wanted to be successful on YouTube. He wanted to quit school and live off YouTube full-time. So when he turned 18, he decided to change his strategy. He stopped posting gaming videos and he started posting educational videos instead. He talked about subjects that he knew well since he had skipped many classes and those videos were actually useful for students. That's why they got a lot of views and his subscriber count skyrocketed. Within a few months, he had built a loyal audience of 1.5 million subscribers. But he still wasn't making any money. He was only getting around $100 per video and that wasn't nearly enough for him to make a living. So he decided to try something else. He remembered how he had struggled in math class and how he had needed extra help. So he started making videos where he explained difficult math problems. Those videos went viral and they brought in much more ad revenue. But this wasn't enough for him either. He wanted to earn $1 million. So he called his old friend and asked him for help. The friend he called was Graham Stephen. He was also an OG YouTuber who started his channel in 2006. His channel was focused on news commentary and he had around 7 million subscribers. I need your help. I want to earn my first $1 million on YouTube. How should I do it? Ben asked him. Stop making these useless math videos and start making entertainment videos. There's more money in that niche, Graham replied. And even though Ben didn't like the idea, he agreed. He thought that it was his only chance to succeed. So he started making funny stories about high school and he gained even more popularity. But he felt like he had betrayed his original purpose. He had started his channel to help students and now he was just making clickbait videos like everyone else. But he needed the money. His channel was the only source of income he had and he had bills to pay. One day he uploaded a video titled "I got $100" and he actually meant it. He was expecting to earn around $100 from that video, but he earned so much more. This was the biggest amount he had ever made in his life. He couldn't believe it. He immediately called his mom and he asked her to open a bank account for him. But this wouldn't be possible since he was just 18 years old and he didn't know any banks near him. So Graham stepped in and helped him open an account at Wells Fargo. In total, he earned $1.6 million in the following 2 months. This was insane. He was making $80,000 per week. And he didn't have to go to work. He could spend his days playing video games and doing whatever he wanted. However, this didn't last long. One day he woke up and realized that he had spent all of his money on junk food and video games. He had nothing left. And this scared him. He realized that he had to change if he wanted to keep earning $1 million per month. So he went to the gym and started working out. He met new people and he started networking. And all of this paid off. He kept making more and more money. But even though he was a millionaire, he was still unhappy. He felt empty inside. And then he remembered why he had started his YouTube channel in the first place. He wanted to help students. So he began uploading more educational videos again. But this time he was more interesting and entertaining. He began traveling around the country and interviewing other successful YouTubers. He talked about how they started their channels, what mistakes they made, and how they overcame challenges. And this is where his real success began. He became a famous teacher. People loved him. Students would tell him that his videos helped them get into a good university and get a scholarship. And even though he was making less money now, he was much happier. Today, Ben is still uploading videos. He travels around the world and inspires millions of students. Now, here's the thing. When he started his channel, his goal was to quit school and make money on YouTube. But look at him now. He's not only a successful YouTuber, but he's also one of the best teachers in the world. And if you ask me, there's no greater success than that. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one where I talk about a homeless man who refused $100,000 from a stranger.